Hey y'all, Rick Fairless Strokers Dallas here. You know, a lot of questions I get asked are the same questions. How long did it take to paint that? How much is that bike worth? How much horsepower does it put out? But one of them is, which bike do I like best? I own a bunch of personal bikes. I got Victories and Harleys and Rick Fairless Customs and a couple of Triumphs. But this bike here that I keep in my office is my favorite bike of all time. This bike is a 1961 Triumph 650 Trophy pre-unit. In 1961, my dad's best friend's name was James Blackstone, but everybody called him Blackie, and he was my dad's best friend. So Blackie had this bike, bought it new in 61, and in 64 he was on his way to our house for supper. Blackie lived close to downtown Dallas, and we live in Irving, just a suburb of Dallas, and Blackie was on his way to our house for supper in 64, and he got killed on this motorcycle. A truck ran off the road, hit a telephone pole. The telephone wire came down and caught Blackie across the chest, and Blackie died. At that time, my dad had a Triumph 650, and he got rid of that Triumph. Well, Blackie's parents didn't want anything to do with this bike, so they gave it to my dad. My dad kept it in the garage. Me and my brother used to play on it when we were kids and pretend like we were riding and all that. And I would always say, hey Dad, let me get that old Triumph running. Let's get that old Triumph running. So by then the kids had all grown up, and he lived in Abilene. He has a farm in Abilene. So he brought it over. I got the Triumph running. I called him over, cranked it up. He started bawling. I started bawling because it was the first time he had heard it run in 25 years. And I said, Dad, what do you want me to do with this thing? And he said, well, why don't you keep it and give it to your kids someday? Which I will. I'll give this bike to Biggin someday. So this is my favorite bike of all time. And I don't start it a whole lot. A couple of times a year I take it out and ride it. Biggin rode it earlier this year. But I'm going to start it for you just so you can hear how Blackie runs, okay? A little bit of tickling. And I haven't started Blackie in a while, but she usually cranks right up. There's just something in the way that these old Triumphs sound. I just love the way the old Triumphs sound, the old English bikes, and I love this motorcycle. Sometimes I'll crank it up just because I love the smell of oil and gas in my office. You know, it reminds me of being a kid again. But it's almost Christmas time, and I want to wish everybody a happy Christmas. And usually I do some goofy, stupid things on this video, but I'm not today. I want to wish everybody a happy Christmas, and that's the story of Blackie. So y'all come see me. Ask for a tour. I'll give you a tour of my facility, and I'll bring you in and let you see Blackie. Alright? See ya.